There's me, there's us. There's them. We live in Dorset. So that's me, that's her, that's them. And together we are the Bear Fam. Hello, you beautiful people. Long time no see. I thought it was high time I caught you all up with what's going on. Yes, it's been, I don't know what word to use really. I don't even know where that chap's going. I like to avoid people with dogs, you know me. Mrs. Antisocial. He's just playing ball with them, so we'll just have to walk past and hope for the best. Where have I been? I've been in hibernation, if I'm honest with you. Nothing much has happened since the last time I spoke with you. I've been desperately trying to get my sleep pattern back to normal. That's been a struggle. What is it when you turn older and things that used to be easy? Used to work shifts, used to work 7 nights, flip the coin, get back to normal, 2 days off. One of those was spent sleeping, essentially. Back on days on the Saturday, 7 days, 4 days off, and then nights on the Wednesday night. So you really got like 5 days off from the old system I worked back in the 90s. Back when holidays were cheap and I was married and we were no dependents, and I didn't mind kennels for dogs back then, young and stupid, and yeah, I used to nip them into the kennels, have the odd, you know, you only had to take 1 or 2 days off and you had a full week's holiday. And the amount of overtime we worked, that wasn't difficult. So back in the year dot, I'm trying to think, was it, I think for every hour you worked, you could either take payment for the hour or you could take an hour and a quarter in time. So you got 25% extra if you just took the time. Hang on, too many people. Anyway, so back in the day, we used to grab the time as opposed to the payment because we had a double income. We were okay. The mortgage on the house was all sorted. The interest rates were low. Computers had only just come out, so there was none of these newfangled mobile phones to waste your money on. So I don't know how I deviate to that. Not even sure. Anyway, so it's March. Yesterday was the first day of spring, I gather. But as you can see here in the UK, it seems to have rained permanently for the entirety of February and what's been of March. It's just like every time I look out the window it's raining. It's just, the ground is beyond sodden, do you know what I mean? It's not even like it's going anywhere anymore. I saw farmers on the news last night saying that crops are getting ruined from too much. The UK is just a land of extremes. It's either too hot and they're moaning that the crops are getting burnt, or it's too wet and they're getting trashed, or it's too windy and things are getting blown over, Is that not just the human condition? We're never satisfied. I was thinking of doing a video about my favourite YouTube channels, and then I thought, well, is there any point? So if that's something you would like to see, because of late, since van life, my usage and connectivity with YouTube has increased. Back when I was vlogging most days, I didn't really pay much attention to YouTube. I had Ellie to ferry hither and thither, had my Sky during the evening. Now, it wasn't something, but now I've got more time on my hands, and I know that's potentially sad. I watch a lot of YouTube. In fact, I'm actually thinking of cancelling the Sky subscription because we really don't use it. It's time of year to start getting the van sorted. Needs a service. There are several things I really would like to change. I really would like to get rid of some of the weight, and the solid wood interior might just have to be slimmed down. It could do with new front seats. It could do with, I've seen this amazing leaf system, they call it a leaf system, to go underneath to increase the suspension. So there's that, and I've seen some really decent tyres that I think would make a whole lot of difference on it. I'm thinking of taking the awning off because that's weight and we just never use it wild camping. If we were the sort of people to go and park up on a campsite and, you know, get really truly settled for 2 weeks, then that would be different, but we just never use it, and it's just dead weight, and it catches in all the trees as you go along the lanes and stuff. So that's something else. I'm thinking, got a little bit of a leak somewhere in the ceiling, causing the smallest of dribbles down one of the post frames near my bed. So we've got this like old-fashioned wallpapery type ceiling cover. So I'm thinking I'm gonna neatly peel that back and find the inside. I'm going to seal it from the outside, but I also need to find the interior leak. I'll seal it from both sides. I'm thinking of putting some extra insulation on the roof and even maybe the sides of the van. You can get these amazing squares of they're like silver foil, I don't know, they're just insulation panels that have got a sticky side, and you just literally stick them straight to whatever. So I'm thinking of, for instance, my bed sits above what they call a garage area, big hole that you access from the boot end, but that's a lot of air directly under my arse, and it's only like plywood base on the bed. So I'm thinking I'm going to seal the undercarriage of that. I'm thinking I might seal the roof. This bloke with the 2 dogs is acting very weirdly. I'm just trying to avoid him, but he's up and down, round about. What else do I want to do? Yeah, I really do want to make it more, not only more airtight warm, but keep the sun out. It really does get very hot boxy in the summer. It was really like sleeping in a tin can. Well, it is a tin can, but you know, the technology available when it was built 30 years ago to what's available now, very different. So there's lots of little jobs around the van, and then I'm thinking of doing lots of little flits here, there and everywhere during the spring, early summer, because Ellie's got a life here now and she's a big girl, so just sort of easing her gently into the processes of living on your own, coping and whatever. Her dad's just down the road, so it's not like and she's sort of getting more of a handle on her FND and how to cope when she feels like she's going to pass out and so on and so forth. So yeah, tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of her best mate getting electrocuted on the railway line. Thank you for putting muddy footprints on me, Monty. So It's been a difficult run up to it, I think. I don't quite know. It's like we build these dates in our heads, and I'm not sure what she thinks is going to happen tomorrow. That maybe Rox is going to magically come back and go, surprise, conjugal. I wouldn't put it past Rox, to be fair, but I really don't think so. So we've got that tomorrow, and it worries me because all the kids are going into town to sit on her memorial bench and get lathered, and I suspect there'll be other stuff, so I'm really not looking forward to her being part and parcel of that, but she won't say no. On top of that, she's got like some flu virus. It's not COVID, thankfully, we've tested, but she is rough with a capital R, and she's very pale. Poorly, but of course it's her another best mate's 18th birthday tomorrow, so she won't not go out with her. And then it's Rox's anniversary, Saturday. Junk, what are you getting cross about? So yeah, so, and then we've decided we were going to do it this year, and it all just because of the uncertainty about where we were going to be living, it got parked. But we're thinking next November, December, January, because you can only be abroad for what, 90 days at the moment, because we opted out of the EU. So yeah, we're thinking of going down south. I've seen some beautiful van life people that have done just that, like November, December, January, and it's just beautiful. The weather is just right, not boiling, just warm, spring-like. Oh, so that's my plan for. And then yeah, this summer I'm just gonna flit here, there, and everywhere really. She can come if she wants to, and if she doesn't, it's all good. And I've had a couple of you lovely subscribers get hold of me and ask what's happening with the move. Sorry, I like the film with the birds. Come on, we'll go this way. I can't be doing with all these people. And Ellie got very stressed about the concept of moving, and she just wasn't in the right headspace, full stop, let alone to even consider like one of the life's biggest challenges. You know, if you look at any of the surveys, one of the biggest stresses in life is moving. Add to that this anniversary that's coming up that she wanted to be around for. Her social life is here. Yeah, and it's the only home she ever remembers. I mean, I forget that because we lived a couple of other places in between, but she doesn't remember. Of course, the only place she remembers is where we're at, because we moved into it when she was, well, the first time, 1. Jack, come on! Oh, he can be so stubborn. First time when she was 1, and then we left again between her being 2 and 3, and then we were back when she was 4 and just starting school. So, you know, that's all she's known. So, you know, her dad was all for selling it, which, you know, it's fair enough, it's his at the end of the day, and it was only ours instead of payment for child maintenance, you know. So, and yes, I'm very attached to it too. It's the longest I've ever lived anywhere, so we're in the same boat for that one. But I was up for a change. Very challenging, don't get me wrong. I was very stressed about it. I think worrying about Ellie and her illnesses and her mental health didn't really help alongside all that. So I'm hoping. We've been given another 2 years. Sorry, I'll have to pay rent, which is fair enough. But we've been given another 2 years reprieve. Hopefully her mind will be in a much better place, and I can concentrate on the moving and not having to prop her up and prop myself up whilst also trying to think about all the bits and bobs. It also gives me an extended time to sell off, ditch, all my crap, a lifetime's worth of dress-up costumes and toys and suitcases and rugs and household appliances I've put aside, and too much, far too much. Never really thought of myself as a hoarder, but I'm beginning to. So yeah, so we're staying, and as I've just described, you probably asked about face. My plans are to try and wean Ellie off me. That sounds very up my own arse, but we're very close, and whereas she had pulled away and grown into herself, what happened and her mental health ditch and her medical issues come into light, she regressed really to the 5-6-year-old that I remember. So she's still been and still is very clingy. That said, she's getting better and better. You know, she's been away with some mates for a week or more, and then she went away again. She doesn't like travelling on the train, but that's understandable because it's the train track where all the trouble went down. So she sort of insists on me going to meet her at one of the, you know, she'll get as far as she can with other people, and then she wants me to get on a train and go meet her so that we can travel back together, so she's never on her own. So there's definitely things to work on, but her mental health is vastly better than it was, and we just need to keep building that confidence and helping her to become strong again. In the meantime, I want a bit more me time. I want to spread my wings, just get out in the world. So that's why I want to just make the van mine, I think. You know, I picked it up and I just ran with the way somebody else had it. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. But in the meantime, the inverter has exploded on us. One of the batteries is knackered, so there are things that need doing. It needs, I think the clutch cable's slipping or needs sorting, so that's something else, and it needs a service, so that's all for April. But I need some better weather, or I need somebody nice with a big barn that will let me get my bloody van in there. Do you know, that would be heaven. Give me a barn. I'll live in the barn, in the van, and then I could sort it all out along the way. Oh, it'd be amazing. Know anybody with a barn? Oh, just a barn. Don't want anything in the barn. I'll get everything that I need in the barn. I just need a barn. That would be good. It'd be so good. I could build a little platform. Oh, if you've got a barn, I don't care where you are. Let me know where you are. I might even drive up or to you, because at the end of the day, I've got the van to live in. Just need a dry, warm space to seal it and clean it, and I know to try and get through this hole. Bear with me. I have a slight problem. Yeah, thanks, Jack. Now I'm doubly stuck. Oh, right, okay. I'm a bit fat for this, boys, to be fair. It's all right for you. Ow, got my head stuck. I don't know if I can get low enough. I'm gonna get stuck. This is the alternative to going through the mud. Ow, ow, ow! Oh, so many things to poke me. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no, I've got the lead stuck all the way back there. It's going to ping on me. Right, Boo, come out of the way before it pings. Lord, this is going to hurt. Let's lock it a minute. Right. There we go. Okay. Oh, we'll get there eventually, guys and girls. We will get there eventually. Oh, nice sunset happening. Oh, we did it, boys. We avoided the soup. We avoided the mud soup. No, I'm not going back to the mud soup. I've just gone through that to get here. Let's go this way, down the hill this way. Oh. Oh. Now I've got to get the mud off my shoes. Look at that. Oh, that's looking good, isn't it, over there? Lovely. This time of year is good for sunsets and... Moo, can you stop doing that, please? Right, tied up in a hole. Right, Monty is 13 this year, so happy 13th. Jack's just had his 9th birthday, happy 9th birthday. And Chunk is 5 this year. Can you believe it? 5. I was saying to Ellie, I still think of Chunk as the puppy that we just got. But 5 years. I can't believe Chunk is 5. It's hard to get my head around, you know. But there we go. Right. It's getting dark. I love this time of year listening to the birds. Because they all start to sing beautifully, don't they? The spring comes along, all of a sudden they start to, I don't know, sing. I guess it's mating time. New chick time. Yeah, it's nice. I think I need to get myself a selfie stick, and I won't have to hold my arm out, will I? I really want to take you on my adventures as I start to spread my wings and get out and about. I don't want to bore you, but what struck me is how attached you can get to YouTubers, and I didn't realise before. Sorry. There's people that, you know, if their vlog or their thing doesn't come up, I'm like, and I never was like that. So I get it more. I get that you need some sort of consistency in order to follow somebody, so I get that, and I haven't given you that, so I can only apologise and hope that in the future I can buck my ideas up. You know, I was very conscious that all I used to do daily vlogging was walk dogs, really, because that's all I do. I don't do anything exciting. And I read all the sort of less than positive comments about how boring I was, and why did you want to see anybody want to see the same place 3,030 times, and it got stuck in my head like an earworm, really, and I just felt like I had nothing to offer. I think that's part of the reason I stopped, is that I only want to do it. I'm still happy to do it when I've got something I feel like I can share, but day-to-day life is just not, there is nothing. I don't do anything exciting, and you can't make a vlog out of doing the washing up or doing the hoovering, or I don't know. Let me know what you think, people. Do you want more, even if it's boring content like day to day, or would you rather just stick to something when I've got something to show you, like I just said, or another option, I don't know, quit. Boil your head in a vat of oil. Anyway, I think that's enough for one day. I have been meaning to catch up, and then I've had some lovely messages asking what's happening. So, bottom line is we're here for another couple of years. Build Ellie up, sort my arse out, get pared down, get the van where I want it, get rid of all the stuff I don't want, the heavy wood, the knackered old fridge, so on and so forth. And then I'll be fit and sorted and ready to rock. Anyway, I'm going to send love to you all. Thank you for following me. Thank you for sticking with me. And take care of yourselves and each other. Sending you all love.